Look at that. Almost as miserable as I feel.
You've got to be strong, love. Not just for the kiddies at school, but for the one in here as well. I'm not having you doing a Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando?
And the end of The Godfather. Or was it Godfather 2? Anyway, he's playing with his grandson and he drops down dead in his orange grove.
We haven't got an orange grove.
Well, that's not the point. I want you to be a vigorous daddy.
I'd be a damn sight more vigorous if I had a decent breakfast inside me. I wouldn't mind while I'm depriving myself. The likes of Amy Barlow are gorging himself on chicken and bacon pasties.
How do you know it was chicken and bacon?
Well, it was obvious when I had it. Confiscated, I mean. But the point is, where's it all coming from? I mean, the mother's, you know, adamant she didn't bring it from home.
Oh, and you believe her? Well, Tracy Barlow's not economical with the truth. She's positively stingy.
Oh, she was genuine this time, which means something's afoot.
Well, maybe one of her friends gave it to Amy, or she nipped out.
Nipped out? Breaking out of Colditz is a doddle next to escaping that playground. Mine is a ring of steel.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm not sure yet. But I'll get to the bottom of it, you mark my words.
They've actually charged him.
Oh, I can't say I'm surprised. Peter Barlow's always had a certain smouldering quality.
Oh, yes. Well, in my experience, if you come across something smouldering, you're best chucking a bucket of water over it.
Jealousy doesn't become you, Norris. Peter was driven to what he did by his love for Carla. In some ways, it's a very romantic gesture.
Well, I think Frank Foster would have preferred it if he'd given her a box of black magic.
Love and death are often strangely intertwined. Can you believe the female praying mantis actually eats the male in the act of love?
Having been married to Angela, definitely.
It never ceases to amaze me what people will do for those they adore. I'd do anything.
Yeah, well, if Peter Barlow was willing to break a bottle of whiskey, he must have been absolutely besotted. No, love's all very well and good, but when it comes to taking some... we would... morning. We would just discuss... can I help you with anything?
Just the...
Oh, yes, I see there have been developments.
Yes.
It's a lovely picture of your son. He had a beautiful smile. Lovely teeth.
Have they told you any more?
Why? Is that lot not enough for you to feed on? Have you not yet had your fill?
Perhaps I'll get the money off her later.
I must say, I find all this cloak and dagger stuff a bit unnerving.
Do you know, you are the only man I've ever met that could suit a cloak, along with the top hat and the white gloves to match a coat.
What if Gail sees us?
Yeah, true. Well, let's give her something to go, Pat. Thank you for last night.
The pleasure was all mine.
No, I can assure you it wasn't.
I don't want to be seen to be taking advantage of you, and if we do go on seeing one another...
If? There's no if about it in my book.
Well, not in mine either, but I need to find somewhere permanent to live. They've re-let my other place.
There's no hurry, Louis.
There is. After all that's happened, I don't want to become dependent on your charity.
No, that is all water under the bridge. Look, pride will not meet your rent, and you haven't got a job.
Well, that's something I'm going to put right straight away. Wish me luck.
Oh.
See you later.
Don't forget internal compartments, Mrs. Lockett. Drug mules have got nothing on this lot. You'd be amazed where they can hide a curly-whirly. All right, you're clean. That'll have to do for this morning, folks. But keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. Remember, I want all contraband sent to my office for appropriate disposal. Yes.
Right. You're going in, so we better get a shift on. Right, so it's one small portion of chips and a battered sausage, right? Okay. Oh, you'll be lucky I've got overheads. Right, I'll be back here at 1:45, yeah? Don't forget to tell your mates, and I'll bring a few extra bags for them that want. Well, go on, get moving, you're going to be late.
So the hearing today is just a formality?
Yeah. At least it'll be over quickly. If only. No, today is just the first day of the rest of my life. You'll get through this, Carla. You'll pick up the threads. It's what Peter would want.
Yeah, too right. Hey, listen. Peter chose to do what he did. You didn't ask him to.
Not in so many words, maybe. But every tear, every sleepless night, 3,000 yard stare. Nudged in that little bit further to it, didn't it?
Not deliberately, Carly. You wouldn't have chosen this.
Would have changed it, though. Not the bit about Frank being dead, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, nobody could blame you for that.
Yeah, but how can I celebrate something that's cost Peter everything? He knew I wanted Frank dead. This is all my fault.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Look, I'm as much to blame in this as anyone else. I should have gone to the police when he tried to assault me.
What, and you think you'd have got justice? No. No, it wouldn't make a jot of difference. But if I hadn't have chased Peter, obsessively, stupidly, then none of this would have happened. None of it.
And,
A quarter of sherbet pips for Izzy.
I hear you're expecting.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's nice. A little ray of hope in the gloom.
Yes. Well, I suppose it's what Sir Elton called the circle of life. One in, one out.
Hardly. Do you realise that the human population now exceeds 7 billion?
Well, you can hardly put that down to me and Brian.
I beg to differ. Your pregnancy and rampant overpopulation are horns on the same goat, as the old Norse proverb goes.
Yes, well, I think that's a debate for another time.
No, I'm fascinated. Go on, enlighten me.
Well, this planet is on the brink of an abyss, and all because of reckless procreation.
Well, nobody can ever accuse you of that, I'm sure.
We are having too many children. There's not enough room.
Oh, don't worry. The way you're going on, I shall create a vacancy.
And a quarter of mint imperials for Eileen.
Hiya. Oh, no.
Oh, are you all right?
Oh, it's just a shock seeing him, that's all. Could be worse, though. Imagine what his mother's going through.
She didn't come in work today.
Oh, she was in here earlier.
Yeah, I saw Frank on the front page and dashed out in tears.
Yeah, she left in quite a state. She didn't even pay for a gazette.
She's come back to work far too soon.
Well, maybe I'll look in on her later. She's got nobody else round here.
Oh, well, if you do, could you ask her if she'd like to keep the gazette?
Yes, Frederick, yes, no, there is just a T-shirt. You just pass me a biro because I'm writing this home.
Stock take going well, I see.
Oh, honey, come on, I've literally just turned this thing on. Yeah, I know, it's just uncanny, you know, because every single time that I initiate any pleasurable form of relaxation or diversion, your tanks just rumble across my lawn.
Rumble is the word. Anyway, I'm sick of your excuses. I'm late for work. Don't forget you're picking the kids up.
Yeah, go on.
I've chopped the veg ready for tea. It's in the steamer. Put it on at 20 past and put the fish under 5 minutes later, OK?
Yeah, OK.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, you said you put the fish on at 5 past and put the wedge in 20 minutes later. Get in there.
No, why don't you listen to me?
Because I'm on the 18th of the US Masters and I am putting for the green jacket, babe.
Shall I write it down for you?
Yeah, I think you should. It saves both a lot of aggro. So what the hell are you playing at, babe? Women.
Sally.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No. No, not at all.
It's just I heard you wanting work. I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
That's very thoughtful. Come in. Come in, please.
How are you?
I'm coping. Some days are better than others. This morning wasn't too good.
No, I was a bit shaken when I saw the front page of the newspaper.
Yeah. Never liked that shirt. It's just that when you think you found a way of managing, it just sneaks up on you. Ambushes you when you least expect it.
I know it's a cliché, but time's the only thing that's going to help.
I doubt it. I doubt if there's enough time left for me to come to terms with this. Would you like a drink?
Sit yourself down. I'll make the drinks.
No. I need to be busy. If it hadn't been for that factory, I doubt I would have surfaced from under my duvet since it happened. Coffee, is it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. The police dropped that off yesterday. It's Frank's personal effects, I haven't felt able to...
Oh, please. Let me do the drinks.
I'm sorry. I'm making a bit of a show of myself today.
Don't be daft. I can't begin to imagine how I'd feel in your shoes. Or how I'd face up to that. But look, if you want me to stay, I could always help you go through it.
Thank you.
Yeah? Usual poison tar. Oh, pity. I've got some arsenic chilling just for you.
Second thought, scrub the drink. I've got better places to be. Let's face it, there's no shortage of.
Suits me fine. This is a family pub. Home wreckers are bad for trade.
Well, it was all very straightforward. He was committed for trial and then remanded in custody.
So we didn't get bail then?
Well, you need to go to the Crown Court for that. Though in the circumstances, it's unlikely they'd agree.
I'm going to visit Peter this afternoon. Is there any messages you want passing on?
No, not from me. Not one he'd want to hear anyway.
Yeah, well, just tell him that I'm thinking of him.
Right.
Do you think she'll be so keen to visit him in 6 months' time? Nah, she'll have moved on to somebody else's husband by then. You're left to you. Not that Peter deserves your loyalty.
Well, it's the least I owe him. If I'd been any kind of a father...
Oh, come on, Ken. We all tried to help him. But time after time, he threw it back in our faces. He does what suits Peter Barlow, and he always will.
Simon.
Blissfully ignorant for now.
Well, he needs to be told that it's already in the papers. They haven't mentioned Peter by name, but it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I feel like going to that prison, dumping Simon on his lap and saying, you explain. You make sense of all this to your little boy.
You don't have to do it on your own. I'll come round tonight.
Thanks. I'm dreading it, to be honest. I mean, why should it be left to us, Ken?
Because we love Simon, and there's no one else.
What about Carla? His would-be mother. Where's she? Nowhere to be flaming seen. Do you know what? I will never forgive them for putting me in this situation. Never.
I'll bring you a menu over.
Nick, have you got a moment?
Oh, what do you think? Anyway, I thought you'd left town.
Change of plan.
That will go down when at home. Look,
Yeah.
sit anywhere, I'll come over and take your
I'm
order.
not here for lunch, tempted though I am.
All right, can wait, whatever it is.
Well, not really. I was just wondering if that kind offer of a job still stands.
You've changed your mind?
Yes, as long as you haven't.
Absolutely not. When can you start?
Table 6, I believe.
A well-run school has to be a benign dictatorship. The head, a figure one can admire, dare I say love, but also one who must be feared, whose word is law. Oi! Where'd you get that battered sausage? Well, where...
You had a battered sausage as well?
Oh, I might have known.
I think I've got some pies, mushy peas.
What in God's name do you think you're doing, woman?
Serving lunch, which is more than can be said for your kitchens these days. Right, who's for the pies, chips and mushy peas?
Nobody. Put down those chips this instant.
Oh, these kids ain't caterpillars. They can't live off leaves. They need proper scran inside them. And I'm going to give it to them.
Over my dead body.
Not like... Oh, these are born pig fuck!
This is contraband now. Let me have it.
Oh! Money back. Sorry, love. Your dinner's on it.
Silence! I'll deal with you lot later. And as for you, if you don't vacate these premises immediately, I'll call the police!
Ooh, whatever you say, Chief. I think my work here is done.
Table 9 were like a bottle of orange muscat.
You want dessert wine?
Yep.
To dust the bottles off. I've only sold 2 since we opened.
Really? Well, I just merely pointed out that the citrus notes might complement their chocolate roulade.
Whatever I intend paying you, it's not enough.
What are you doing here?
Working? Table for 2?
No, just a taxi for 1. You can't be serious.
He's a good worker, an asset. What happened with Gran's irrelevant.
Not to her.
Louis, if you cared anything about me at all, you wouldn't rub my nose in it like this.
I don't mean to upset you, Audrey. Getting a job these days is hard enough, especially when one has a criminal record.
And whose fault's that? Are you going to sack him or not?
No, I'm not. And I'd rather you didn't make a scene when we're so busy.
Maybe I should just fall on my sword.
Well, just give it to me. You needn't bother falling.
You're going nowhere. If it upsets you that much, I'll get someone else to serve you.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Don't worry. We'll go and have our dinner at the Rovers.
And every day from now on. You should be ashamed of yourselves. The pair of you.
We gave him these for his 18th.
Always like those, they're lovely.
They were pricey enough. And we had them monogrammed specially by the jeweller.
Frank must have been chuffed.
Not really, no. He took one look at them and said, "When will I ever wear cufflinks?" I gave him a proper telling off. He was so ungrateful.
Well, they all are at that age. Luckily, they grow out of it.
Usually. I really appreciate you doing this, Sally. It's more than I deserve. Especially the way I treated you.
Oh, I understood. You'd not long lost your husband. You wanted to feel close to your son, and there I was, a stranger.
Even so, some of the things I said...
It's forgotten. You were grieving. That forgives everything.
Well, not quite everything. But thank you.
Do you want me to get rid of that?
No. No, it's fine. I never had much to do with Peter Barlow. I know he was involved with Carla, but not much more than that. What's he like?
Not sure I'm qualified to say after everything that's happened. He has his problems with the booze and is hot-headed, but I'd never thought he was capable of murder. Still, who do you? At least now he's been arrested, it gives you some sort of closure, I suppose.
I wish it did. God knows I wish it did. But it changes nothing.
Why there? Working for my son, of all people. I feel really let down by Nick.
No, it's not Nick's fault. I mean, Louis can talk his way into practically anything.
Not with a fat lip he can't, because I'm going to swing for him before he gets much older.
Gail, no, that isn't the answer. No, come on. We'll just have to rise above it, keep our dignity.
How are you going to manage? Seeing him every day?
Yeah, well, it will be a bit of a struggle, I suppose, but I'll just have to learn to cope, won't I?
Hello, Rover's return. No, I'm afraid Carl's not here at the moment. Can I take a message? His wallet? Right. No, it's okay. I know I've been there myself. Me? No, I'm not one of life's gamblers. I was just watching. Yeah, well, thanks for calling. Oh, yeah, I'll tell him. OK, try.
You're wasting your time.
You what?
You're wasting your time. It's closed. There's a bookies on Tower Street if you want to bet.
Oh, and I'm not after a bet. I wondered if the owner was about. Peter Barlow?
Who wants to know?
A mate of his, Howard.
Oh, from the support group.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, I know him.
Does he seem all right? Only last time I saw him, we had a bit of a set to.
Oh, you're in the rest of the world.
He turned up at my house, 3 sheets to the wind, Monday before last. Anyway, I tried settling him down, but he was in no mood to...
Sorry, when did you say?
Monday before last. I was hoping he was going to ring and apologise, but as I was passing, I thought, no point letting things fester.
What time did he turn up at yours then?
Must have been 11 thereabouts. Like I say, I tried to keep him there, sober him up, but he was giving us a mouthful and then he staggered off at 2 in the morning.
Carla, I'm sorry. I know this must have come as a massive shock to you, all right? But the way things were, I didn't see as I had any option.
This isn't what I wanted, Peter. Not like this.
It's not what I would have picked for myself either. But Frank's gone. You're safe. You know the song, 2 out of 3. Ain't bad.
We should have just sold the factory and moved away. We would have been fine.
No. It's all right. It's okay. He got what he deserved. And I know that it was the only way that you could have ever found peace. I love you. And I'm happy with what I've done, okay?
I drove you to it, didn't I? I knew it. So what happened? Did you really lose your memory? Were you lying, or did it just come back to you?
I just from things I heard, you know, I kind of pieced it together myself.
So what do you remember now? I mean, was it self-defense or an accident?
I just told the coppers it was a fight that got out of hand.
And was it?
Look, I've told you, I can live with what happened. There's no point in dissecting it all. How's Simon?
Never mind how's Simon. Can you tell me what happened or not? Peter.
So this fella Howard knows Peter from the support group?
Yeah, he was worried about him. They'd had a row.
Oh, well, I suppose it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, yeah, it matters. Turns out Peter was round at Howard's place the night Frank was killed. What? It looks like Peter's got an alibi.
So has Howard gone to the police, then?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, surely when you told him that Peter was on trial...
I told him that Peter was away, and that I'd pass on the message when I speak to him, which I will. Though I don't really see us speaking anytime soon.
Oh, Leanne. I know Peter's hurt you, but you can't do
no,
this.
This is nothing to do with what he's done to me. I'm over that. But he's lied to save Carla's neck, it's obvious. He's condemned himself to years inside. He's not given a single thought to Simon.
I'm sure it's not
Well,
that
I am
simple.
sure that it is. He's abandoned his own son for the sake of that cow. Well, so be it. He's made his bed and he can flaming well rot in it as far as I'm concerned.
Coronation Street continues in half an hour.